Well, our savior has finally arrived. It's been over a year that I've been waiting, and it's time to talk about Saint Maud.
Dear God, your presence graces the air, and soon everyone will see.
Saint Maud is the newest release from A24 and the directorial debut of Rose Glass. It stars Morfydd Clark as Maud, a young, newly devout home care nurse with a tragic, traumatic past. And we start to learn that Maud's relationship with the Lord is not quite what it seems on the surface, and she takes that relationship very seriously. I've been excited for this movie since I first heard all the festival buzz. In addition to being a movie with a lot of buzz distributed by A24, there's still a distinct lack of female voices in horror. So hearing this is a debut horror film from a woman, I was very intrigued. And poor editing of the trailers aside, they did a really good job at not telling me anything about what this movie is about while still making me want to see it. And then COVID happened and it was pushed back again and again, until finally, mercifully, A24 released it in limited theaters last week and on VOD this week. And I have finally watched Saint Maud, and wow. First of all, just incredible props to Rose Glass. I would never have known this was her debut film if I had not read it. This is a fantastic movie. It sticks the landing on virtually every level. Fantastic performances, incredible cinematography and sound design, and a really fascinating in-depth exploration into the obsessive and oftentimes predatory nature of religion and the ways that can deeply, deeply damage somebody. It's insanely short, but it's crafted in such a way that makes you feel like you're being raptured. And before I even get to the technicals and themes of this movie, I do want to talk about Morfydd Clark as Maud. This girl is outstanding. Seriously, phenomenal performance. I cannot emphasize that enough. Maud is a quiet character when she's not praying, and as a result, Clark is selling so much about this character solely through her eyes and her awkward interactions with other people. She's kind of channeling a decent amount of Sissy Spacek and Carrie here, and the more we see of how she acts alone, how she interacts with others, and how she interacts with God, the deeper we start to understand her, and the deeper we start to understand her, the more intense this movie becomes. Maud is a girl who experienced something traumatic before this film started, and as a means of healing, she turned to religion. But from the get-go, you can tell that religion is just kind of a band-aid for it. It's not doing anything to actually address or help her recover from the trauma. It's just her deflecting the trauma by believing that God has a bigger plan for her. And when reality starts not matching up with that belief, and Maud begins feeling abandoned by God, she instead responds with doubling down on her faith and doing whatever she can to be more holy. Glass takes the heavy religious themes of this movie and weaves them into the sound design and the cinematography brilliantly. Whenever Maud is being given a sign from God, there's a sudden beauty and sense of divinity to what you're seeing and hearing. Whether or not it's even real is irrelevant because it's real to Maud, and you can feel whatever spiritual presence it is that she's feeling. Conveyed through stunning cinematography and unnatural sound design to make even the slummiest areas of the UK where Maud is living feel like a holy place. It becomes a commentary on how spirituality on its own is a powerful thing, but how religion can breed obsession, especially in people who are using God as their only moral center. If your only tether to sanity is your faith, it creates a dangerous problem. And there needs to be a healthy balance between faith and rationality, because too much pull or push in one direction or the other leads you to end up like Amanda or Maud, respectively. An obsession, even with something as supposedly good as religion or God, is extremely dangerous to an unstable, lonely, traumatized girl like Maud who is actively seeking some kind of higher purpose. For me to talk about things any deeper than that would require spoilers, so I will digress for now and maybe touch on that in a later video. Overall, Saint Maud is a tight, disturbing psychological horror film that is kind of immaculate, structurally, thematically, visually. The entire film is one tense, long, 70-minute build-up to an insane final 10 minutes, and a final scene that will burn itself into your brain in both the most horrifying and beautiful way you can imagine. And it manages to keep your attention along the way through fantastic performances and visuals, and some incredibly wince-worthy bouts of body horror. I don't know if I've ever done this for a first-time feature before, but I'm gonna say that Saint Maud is a genre masterpiece. Rose Glass set very high expectations with this being her first movie, and I cannot wait to see what she does next. I'm also going to start paying more attention to Morfydd Clark as an actor because, wow, she's fantastic. I was blown away by Saint Maud, and it was extremely worth the wait. I can't recommend enough that you all go check it out, and once you do, please sound off below. I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, Click down there, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon link in the description where you can donate to this channel, be like any of these cool people right here, get all sorts of cool new rewards, anything from access to my private Discord server to gifts sent right to your door. If any of that interests you, please consider donating. I would really appreciate it. Even $1 would help, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I will see you all very soon.
What if I'm getting it all wrong?